खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। Last time we tried to understand the first body of Japji Sahib by Guru Nanak Dev Ji. We tried to understand this directly from Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Let's do a recap and we'll go further. सोचा सोच न होवे जे सोची लख वार चुपै चुप न होवे जे लाए रहा लिवतार भुखिया भुख न उतरी जे बन्ना पुरिया पार सह सियाणपा लख होए ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਨਾ ਚੱਲੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਿਵ ਸਚਿਆਰਾ ਹੋਈਐ ਕਿਵ ਕੂੜੈ ਟੁੱਟੈ ਪਾਲ ਹੁਕਮ ਰਜ਼ਾਈ ਚੱਲਣਾ ਨਾਨਕ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਨਾਲ ਸੋਚੈ ਸੋਚ ਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ. We learn from Guru Nanak Dev Ji that even if we keep a physical cleanliness, and we think by keeping a physical cleanliness, we can reach God. Maharaj says that's not true. Socha, soch na hovai, je sochi lakh var. Even if you take a bath 100,000 times, go to 68 pilgrimages and take a bath there, still maybe your physical body will be cleaned, but your mind will be still dirty. Mind will be still filthy. It cannot be cleaned by taking a religious bath. Yes, baths are good for hygiene purposes, but not for meeting Waheguru. Next, Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, Chupa, chup na hovai, je Chupai chup na hoi, je lai raha livtar. And we discussed about a story of a Moni Baba. This is just a recap from the last lecture. That even if you keep yourself silent and show others that you are in a samadhi, that you are keeping a silence, but your mind still have thoughts, your mind is still talking, that means you have not achieved the silence. सहज अवस्था तो अनु नहीं मिली because मानते बोल रहे, and we discussed about the Moni Baba last time on that. भुखिया भुख ना उतरी जे बन्ना पुरिया पार. Physically we can eat food one time and our hunger can be quenched maybe for a little while. ਆਪਾਂ ਕਹਾਂਗੇ ਹਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਭੁੱਖ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗੀ. But again, will again seek for more food. Similarly, hunger is not just confined to the food. Hunger is for different things, for worldly things. Hunger for money, hunger for wealth, hunger for honor, hunger for power, a lot of types of hunger. And Maharaj says, your mind's hunger cannot be quenched. No matter how much money you have, no matter how much power you have. Bhukhya, bhukhna utri, je banna puriya par. If even you have mountains of the things, the worldly things, still your hunger will not go away. Seh siyanpa lakh hoye, ta ik na challe naal. Even if you are very intelligent, you have so much intellect, you have so much worldly wisdom. Duniya da bahut pata tanu. Maybe you are a scientist, maybe you are a doctor, maybe you are an engineer, or maybe you have a lot of knowledge, political knowledge, geographical knowledge, lot of knowledge. Maharaj says, Sai Syanapa lakh hoye, ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਨਾ ਚੱਲੇ ਨਾਲ. If you have wisdom for multiple things, for 100,000 of the things, still not even a single knowledge is going to go with you. Your mind is not going to carry a single knowledge when you're going to leave this physical body, because body is going to be left here. Your knowledge is not going to go with you. Yes, knowledge is required, but to live in this physical world, not to reach to the spiritual world. You don't need a knowledge. No, you don't need the worldly knowledge, but you need a Brahm Gyan. Then Maharaj says, and that's our topic. This is where we ended last time. Kiv sachiara huiye, kiv kuda tutte pal. Then how can we become sachiar? How can we become truthful? How can we break this barrier of kood? What is kood? Kood is this worldly thoughts, the lies, the cheating, the stealing, the gossiping, slandering, all the bad things which we do, the hate which we have, all these bad thoughts in our mind. How can we become truthful? What is truthful as per Gurbani? Truth literally means such. Such is nothing but Waheguru. And we learned Ad Sach, Jugad Sach, Happy Sach, Nanak, Hosi Pi Sach. That truth was always there before the creation of this universe. Truth was there. Vaheguruji was there. Jugad Sach. In every age, there was a truth. Some people get confused, because when we decide about which religion is good, Hinduism is good, Muslim is good, Christianity is good, they think only when their religion came into the existence, then only the truthness came. But Maharaj says no. The truth was there in every age. In Satyug, in Treta Yug, in Dwapar, and present in Kal Yug. 4 yugs. It was always there. Nanak hosi be such. The truth will be there. So how can we connect with the truth? Kev sachiara hoiye, kev kuda tutte pal. The definition of sachiar is on your screen. This is as per the Gurmat. What is the definition of sachiar? Because what was happening during those days, there was a turmoil of fundamentalism and cruelty, both by the prominent religions in India. But Maharaj says, if you want to become satyar, you have to go above your rituals. You have to break the wall of kood. You have to stay in Hukam. And we'll discuss. We have a whole section today to discuss what is a Hukam. Is it a law or is it something else? What exactly is Hukam? Kiv sachiara huiye, kiv kuda tutte pal. Hukam razai chalna, Nanak likhya naal. Can I have, this is written on everybody's forehead. Whatever account you will create, whatever you will do, you have to face the consequences. If you do something good, the result will be good. If you do something bad, the result will be bad. But it is not just confined to that. You have to know, you have to see Waheguru, you have to see God. God is invisible. It cannot be seen directly because we have kood the pal, because we have this wall of lies, wall of cheat, wall of deceit, wall of our ego, wall of our thoughts, good or bad, does not matter. These thoughts are the restriction, the thoughts which we take. Right now also when we are sitting, multiple thoughts going on in our mind. Maharaj says you have to remove these thoughts. Once you will remove this wall, ਜਦੋਂ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਦੀਵਾਰ ਹੈ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਤੂੰ ਤੋੜੇਗਾ, when you will remove this wall of cood, you will see Waheguru. You will speak with Waheguru. Finally, you will merge in Waheguru. But to be a Satyar, to understand the Hukam, to understand this law, to understand this Naam, you have to follow the wisdom of Gurbani. You have to jap Naam. You have to meditate. You have to see Waheguru, the invisible Waheguru, and you have to talk with him. Satyar is somebody who can hear the Naam. And we discussed a little bit about Naam. One Naam is Akhri Naam, which we'll talk about through the words when we speak. Waheguru, Waheguru, that Guru Mantra, that Akhri Naam. That second Naam is a Sukham Naam, is a subtle Naam. Jeda invisible hai. Sukham hai jeda nazar nahi aunda. That Naam which we cannot see. It is a sound of Waheguru. Malik de mukhon nikli hui awaaz. Tera mukh suhawa jiyo, sehaj tun bani. In science, it is also called Big Bang. We understand the Big Bang theory. The Big Bang which created the whole universe. That is the sound which people call it a sound of the universe. That cosmic sound. That Naam is within us. Maharaj kende Gurbani ch, jo barmande, soi pinde, jo khoje, so paave. Kende whatever that sound is in the universe, the same sound is within your body. ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸ਼ਰੀਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਆਵਾਜ਼. That resonance of that sound is vibrating within you also. But because you have so many thoughts, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਇੰਨੇ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਨੇ, ਫੁਰਨੇ ਇੰਨੇ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਨੇ, you have so many thoughts in your mind that your thoughts are acting as a shield, a wall between you and Waheguru. Because you have too many thoughts. ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਫੁਰਨੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਫੁਰਨਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮਾਲਕ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਹੁੰਚਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਰੋਕਿਆ. So whatever you do, you think. There is a thought, and whatever thought you take, you start doing that. The same thoughts becomes your karma. ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕਰਮ ਬਣ ਜਾਂਦੇ. Just think about it. If you are angry with somebody, first thing which came in your mind was anger, the thought of anger, thought of lust, thought of greed, thought of attachment. It never goes away. That is the Koodipal which we have to break. Then we can see the formless Nirankar Waheguru. Without that, we cannot see Waheguru. Without that, we cannot follow the Hukam. And Maharaj tells us to follow the Hukam, to connect with that invisible Naam. Your mind has to follow a path, or I should say the path. Because there are only two paths for the mind. Man de kol sirf do hi raste hai. ਆਪਾਂ ਬੜੇ religion ਬਣ ਗਏ. There's so many religion. ਕੋਈ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ Hinduism ਵਧੀਆ, ਕੋਈ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਮੁਸਲਮਾਨ ਧਰਮ ਵਧੀਆ. Some say Sikhism is good, some says Christianity, some says Jainism. But Maharaj in Gurbani says there are only two paths. And Maharaj is not talking about a physical body. Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj talks about invisible things. Maharaj is talking about your mind. The mind is invisible. We are not the soul. ਇੱਕ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਧਰਮਾਂ 'ਚ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, there is a perception in all the religions, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਜੀ ਉਹ ਆਤਮਾ ਬੜੀ ਚੰਗੀ ਸੀ, that soul was very good, but Maharaj says ਆਤਮਾ ਤੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਚੰਗੀ ਹੈ. What is the definition of a soul? What is the definition of atma as per Gurbani? Atam Ram. Ram hai Atam. That formless Nirankar Waheguru, the God, Rab, ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਅੱਲਾ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਰਾਮ ਕਹਿ ਲੈਂਦੇ, ਜੋ ਮਰਜੀ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ, ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਆਤਮ ਰੂਪ ਹੈ. That light of Waheguru which is in everybody, that jyot of Waheguru which is in everybody, that Waheguru is in everybody. ਉਹ ਆਤਮ ਰੂਪ ਤੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ 'ਚ ਹੈ. ਫਿਰ ਚੰਗੀ ਮਾੜੀ ਆਤਮਾ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ? How can be a good soul and a bad soul? Because that soul is the light of Waheguru. ਸਭ ਮੈਂ ਜੋਤ ਹੈ ਸੋਏ, ਤਿਸ ਦੇ ਚਾਨਣ ਸਭ ਮੈਂ ਚਾਨਣ ਹੋਏ. That light is in everybody and it is lighting in everybody. अवल अल्लाह नूर उपाया, कुदरत के सब बंदे, एक नूर ते सब जग उपजै, कौन भले कौन मंदे. Who is good and who is bad? That atma, that soul, that noor is in everybody. But when we will understand from Guru Nanak Dev Ji, when we will understand from Guru Granth Sahib Ji, because who is our Guru? Human is not our Guru. When we will understand and take a help of Gurbani Guru to understand the wisdom of our Guru, then we will understand we are not this physical body, we are not this soul, we are minds. आइयो महाराज ने किया ना गुरबाणी, मन तू ज्योत स्वरूप है, अपना मूल पहचान. You are not these desires. You are not anger. You are not the lust. You are not the greed. तुसी काम नहीं, क्रोध नहीं, लोभ नहीं, मोह नहीं, हंकार नहीं, निंदा चुगली नहीं, ईर्खा द्वैत नफरत नहीं. You are not the hate. You are not the gossiping. You are not the slandering. That's what we do. When two people are sitting together, first thing they do is talk about the third person. They gossip, nindya chugli. The Maharaj said, you cannot be satyar if you are doing that. Then you are walking on a path. You are still walking on a path. There are two paths on your screen. I can make a little bit big these two paths. One path is going to Naam. One path is going to Maya. Meaning one path is going to the God. The other path is going to this physical world. Either mind is connected with this physical world or mind is connected with the Naam. There's no other thing. And this is not I am saying, Gurbani says that. Ki kendi Gurbani? Kende live taat doe raah hai. Hukmi kar kumai. That there are only two paths. One path is called a live, path of love. Not about with the physical beings. Path of love with the invisible being, as in the Waheguru. Guru Gobind Singh Ji also said the same thing. Jin prem kiyo, tin hi prabh payo. So there are only two paths. Do hi raste Guru pyare ho. Ya live da rasta, ya taat da rasta. Taat da rasta ki hai Maya. This worldly players which we have. So we have to decide which path we have to follow. ਅਸੀਂ live ਦਾ ਰਸਤਾ ਫੜਨਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਤਾਤ ਦਾ ਰਸਤਾ. If we want to be satyar, we have to connect with the path of live. ਕਿਵ ਸਚਿਆਰਾ ਹੋਈਐ, ਕਿਵ ਕੂੜੈ ਟੁੱਟੈ ਪਾਲ, ਹੁਕਮ ਰਜ਼ਾਈ ਚੱਲਣਾ. We have to come in the awareness. We have to start listening to the Hukam. And that Hukam is nowhere else. Maharaj is telling us in the second Pauri. And that is the segue for the second Pauri. Let's talk about it with Waheguru Ji's Kripa. Maharaj कहते हैं हुक्मी होवन आकार हुक्म ना कहया जाई. कहते with this sound of the universe, with this law, ਜਿਹੜੀ है आवाज महाराज ਦੇ ਮੁਖੋਂ ਨਿਕਲੀ ਹੈ, whole universe was created. Whole creation was created through this hukam. But obviously there is a process for that. And Maharaj goes in totally deep things to tell us what is that process. In Punjab, there is a word which is used for a shop. Dukaan vaste, shop vaste, a store vaste. There is a thing which is used. Maharaj calls it hut, hatti. Punjabi ਚ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਹੱਟੀ ਵੀ ਕਹਿ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ, ਸ਼ਾਪ ਵੀ ਕਹਿ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ, ਦੁਕਾਨ ਵੀ ਕਹਿ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ, ਸਟੋਰ ਵੀ ਕਹਿ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ, in different languages. Maharaj says, when you were sent to this world, ਜਦੋਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਭੇਜਿਆ ਸੀ, ਤੈਨੂੰ ਦੁਕਾਨ ਤੋਂ, ਅੰਦਰ ਦੀ ਦੁਕਾਨ ਤੋਂ, inside shop of ਤ੍ਰੈਗੁਣ ਮਾਇਆ, ਤੇਹੀ ਗੁਣੀ ਸੰਸਾਰ ਭ੍ਰਮ ਸੁੱਤਾ, ਸੁੱਤਿਆ ਰਹਿਣ ਵਿਹਾਣੀ, ਗੁਰ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਤੇ ਸੇਜਨ ਜਾਗੇ, ਜਿਨ ਹਰ ਮਨ ਵਸਿਆ, ਬੋਲੇ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਬਾਣੀ. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਹੱਟੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ 4 ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਖਰੀਦਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕਹੀਆਂ ਸੀ. 4 ਪਦਾਰਥ ਜੇ ਕੋ ਮੰਗੇ, ਸੰਤ ਜਨਾ ਕੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਲਾਗੇ. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ you can easily get these 4 things when you will come in the sangat, when you will come in the sachi sangat. You can easily get it. When somebody is connected with the Gurbani, ਇਹ 4 ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ. 3 ਹੱਟੀਆਂ ਦਾ ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ. There are 3 shops within us which we know. Shop of Rajogun, shops of Tamogun, shop of Sattogun. ਇੱਕ ਚੀਜ਼ ਆਪਾਂ ਤਿੰਨਾਂ ਚੋਂ ਲੈਣੀ ਸੀ. Maharaj says only buy one thing. Maharaj is telling us only buy one thing. ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਖਰੀਦਣੀ ਚਾਰੋਂ ਹੱਟਾਂ ਚੋਂ. What should we buy from the Rajogun? Let's go for the properties of Rajogun first. Rajogun ਚ ਕੀ ਹੈ? Hopes, desires, wishes, anxiety. Should we buy everything? ਕੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਖਰੀਦ ਲਈਏ? Maharaj ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨਾ, no. Only one thing you are allowed to buy. ਕੀ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਅਰਥਚਾਰਾ. Arthchara, it is the ability to develop wealth, it is the ability to do work, it is the ability to do studies and all. ਆਪਣੀ ਹੋਂਦ ਵਾਸਤੇ, ਸਰੀਰ ਵਾਸਤੇ, for this physical body, ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਨੇ ਆਪੇ ਹੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਅਰਥਚਾਰਾ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਦੇ ਦਿੱਤਾ. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਧਰ ਉੱਧਰ ਜਾਣ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਨਹੀਂ. You don't have to go here and there. That ਅਰਥਚਾਰਾ is there for you. दूसरी चीज महाराज ने की दी. What is the second thing he gave us? Maharaj gave us dharam. Dharam is part of the third gun called satto gun. कहते अगर तेरे को धर्म है, if you will do every job honestly, you are a religious person, you are a spiritual person. Does not matter which religion you belong to. कोई भी चीज तू honestly करता है. I remember this story of Guru Arjan Dev Ji. One Gurmukh Pyara, little bit think about himself. He wanted to test Guru Arjan Dev Ji. He wanted to test Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Guru Arjan Dev Ji ਦਾ ਇਮਤਿਹਾਨ ਲੈਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ. ਉਹ ਆਇਆ Guru Arjan Dev Ji ਦੇ ਕੋਲ, and he asked him a question. He said, Guru Sahib, tell me, which religion is the best religion of the world? ਕਿਹੜਾ ਧਰਮ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦਾ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਧਰਮ ਹੈ? Guru Arjan Dev Ji, the fifth Guru, the fifth master, he smiled. He said, you really want to know or you just want to take my test? Then which religion I should say? ਉਹਨੇ ਸੋਚਿਆ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਕਹਿਣਗੇ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖੀ ਦਾ ਧਰਮ, ਸਿੱਖੀ ਦਾ ਧਰਮ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਕਹਿਣਗੇ. But Maharaj put that Gurbani in Guru Granth Sahib Ji ਕਿ ਭੁਲੇਖਾ ਨਾ ਰਵੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ ਬੜੇ ਕ੍ਰਿਟਿਸਾਈਜ਼ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਨਾ, ਲੋਕੀ ਸਾਖੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੰਨਦੇ. People don't believe in the history also. So Maharaj put it in the Guru Granth Sahib Ji. His answer. He said, Sarab Dharam mein Shresht Dharam Har ko naam jap nirmal karam. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਧਰਮ, the best religion of the world is connecting your mind with Waheguru. ਨਾਮ ਜਪਣਾ, ਵਾਹ ਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹ ਗੁਰੂ, ਆਪਣੇ ਮਨ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਲਕ ਦੇ ਚਰਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਜੋੜਨਾ, ਉਹ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਧਰਮ. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਉਹ ਹੀ ਨਿਰਮਲ ਕਰਮ ਹੈ. That is the karam which you have to do, because if you are not connecting with Waheguru, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਨਿਰਮਲ ਕਰਮ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ. Even ਅਸੀਂ ਅਗਰ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, even if we want to do a pure karam, ਚੰਗੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, we cannot do it. You talk with the businessman, you talk with the people in the job, they will say, oh, I just did something little bit. It's not bad. मैं थोड़े जे रेट ਵਧਾਤੇ चीज दे. I did a little bit. I didn't give the full report to my boss. I said I did this, but I didn't do that. थोड़ा ਬਹੁਤਾ ਝੂਠ ਆਪਾਂ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਹਾਂ, because we are not satyar. Because we don't have a naam with us. And Maharaj says, to be satyar, you should have naam with you. ਤਾਂ ਤੂੰ ਸਮਝ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ ਧਰਮ ਨੂੰ. ਧਰਮ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਨਾਮ ਬਹੁਤ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਹੈ. To live honestly, it is very important to be tatarmi, to have a naam with you. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨਾਮ ਜਦੋਂ ਮਿਲੇਗਾ ਤੇ ਪੜਦੇ ਹੀ ਆ ਕਿ ਨਾਮ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵਾ, what is the ਨਿਸ਼ਾਨੀ, what is the sign that we have a naam? ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨਾਮ ਜਿਨ ਕੇ ਮਨ ਵਸਿਆ ਵਾਜੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਕਨੇਰੇ. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ they will hear the sound of the universe. ਜੇ ਉਹ ਮਾਲਕ ਦੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਆ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਸੁਣਨਗੇ. So to become a satyar, you should hear the naam. ਤਾਂ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗੇਗਾ. If you're not hearing this anhat shabad, this naam, this voice of Waheguru, ਸਹਿਜ ਧੁਨ, ਆਪਾਂ ਸਚਿਆਰ ਨਹੀਂ, ਆਪਾਂ ਧਰਮੀ ਨਹੀਂ. ਤੇ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਚੀਜ਼ ਦੁਨੀਆ 'ਚ ਰਹਿਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ, to live in this world, I am giving you one more thing. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਉਹ ਕੀ ਹੈ? calm. Most people confuse calm with lust. But when you have a naam, calm is a different thing. Calm is not about lust, about forcefully doing a sexual activity. It's not a sexual desire. Calm is for procreation. At will, when the procreation is happening with the understanding after the marriage between a husband and wife, understanding between husband and wife. If both of their wills are there, that calm is given to us. Otherwise, there will be no procreation. And Maharaj by default gave us mokh, the liberation. All the 84 lakh June, which we see, 8.4 million species, the animals, the insects, the dogs, the fishes, the birds, the microscopic organisms, they all come in 8.4 million species. Maharaj says, if you will be in my hukam, if you will live in my hukam, hukam razai chalana, Nanak likhya naal. If you will be in the hukam, if you will stay in the hukam, likhya naal, ਇਹ ਚਾਰ ਹੁਕਮ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਨੇ. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਲੇਕਿਨ ਪੰਜਵੀਂ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨਾ ਬਾਏ ਕਰੀ, don't buy the fifth thing. Now when you go in other gunas, we'll start asking for anger. We start anger for greed. ਅਸੀਂ ਲੋਭੀ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ, ਅਸੀਂ ਹੰਕਾਰੀ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ. That is where the problem comes. ਉੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਸਾਰੀ problem ਹੈ. Because we were not supposed to do those things. We were not supposed to do lustful things. We were not supposed to be angry. ਅੱਜਕੱਲ ਇੱਕ ਨਵੀਂ ਚੀਜ਼ ਚੱਲੀ ਹੈ. People are angry, they say they have a beer rus. Na Guru Pyareo, beer rus is a very upper state. We will talk someday what is a beer rus. ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਰਨਾ beer rus ਨਹੀਂ. But anyway, Maharaj has given us these 4 boons. ਇਹ 4 ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਦਿੱਤੀਆਂ. If we'll stay in the hukam, we will only do these 4 things. That way, we can live in the hukam. Hukam ਰਜ਼ਾਈ ਚੱਲਣਾ. ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਤੋਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ. Because this hukam, what is hukam? This hukam in Gurbani, the definition of hukam is eko naam hukam hai, Nanak Satgur diya bujaye jiyo. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਕੋਲ ਜਾਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੈਂਦਾ. You don't have to go to any place to get to this hukam. ਇਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਹੀ ਹੈ. It is within you. ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਹੈ ਹੁਕਮ ਹੈ. ਕਿਸੇ ਬਾਬੇ ਕੋਲ, ਕਿਸੇ ਭਾਈ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਕੋਲ, ਕਿਸੇ ਕੋਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਣਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ. Not a specific person, Sant Babe Gulka. Kende Maharaj has put this hukam inside you, this naam inside you. Naunid Amrit Prabh ka naam dehi mein iska bishram. Es saaryan de vich hi hai. That naam, that hukam is in everybody. Does not matter which religion you belong to. Hukmi hovan akar. Hukam na kahya jai. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਇਸ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਇਹ ਹੁਕਮ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦਾ. We cannot say it. ਕਿ ਕੀ ਹੁਕਮ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ, ਕੀ ਨਾਮ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ. ਅੱਗੇ there is a definition in future but we'll reveal it little bit. ਕਾਗਦ ਕਲਮ ਨਾ ਲਿਖਣ ਹਾਰ, ਮੰਨੇ ਕਾ ਬਹਿ ਕਰਨ ਵਿਚਾਰ, ਐਸਾ ਨਾਮ ਨਿਰੰਜਨ ਹੋਏ ਜੇ ਕੋ ਮਨ ਜਾਣੇ ਮਨ ਕੋਏ. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਾਗਜ਼ ਕਲਮ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਜਾ ਸਕਦਾ ਨਾਮ, ਹੁਕਮ. This hukam cannot be written with a pen and paper. Hukam na kahya jai. You cannot speak this hukam, this naam. It is within you. Kende ehi hukam de through Maharaj used this power. Ehi power use kiti, hukam di power, naam di power. Hukmi hovan ji, hukam mile vadiyai. Whosoever will be in the hukam, will listen to this hukam, they will get a vadiyai, the greatness. In this world, as well as in the other world. Hukmi Hovan ji, through this hukam, Maharaj created the whole universe. Sare Jeev Jantu, all the minds, 8.4 million species was created with this hukam. Hukmi Uttam, Neej, Hukam, Likh, Dukh, Sukh, Paye. Very deep. This one line is very deep. Badi andar tak jandi hai. Kende, the ones who will understand the hukam, the one who will know the hukam, they are Uttam. They are the great. The ones who don't understand the hukam, they are neech. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕੋਈ ਆਪਣੀ ਜਾਤ ਪਾਤ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਉੱਚਾ ਨੀਵਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ. Not with your caste, not with your social status. You are Uttam if you understand the hukam. If your mind is connected with the hukam. Hukmi Uttam, Neech, Hukam, Likh, Dukh, Sukh Paye. And that hukam, that karam, through your naam, if you understand the naam, If you don't understand the Naam, you will get a dukh. If you understand the Naam, you will get a sukh. If you want to be happy, understand Naam. If you will not understand the Naam, if your mind will not connect, you'll get a dukh. And whatever you will do, it will be written in your mastak, in your forehead. Maharaj sanu kende vi Gurbani sanu samjhande hai. Kende everything we do is written on our forehead. It is written on our forehead. Mastak hove likhya har simar prani. Kende, but when the kirpa is there, when the grace is there, when we start understanding the hukam, it is written on our forehead that we will do simran. We will connect with Waheguru. We will connect with God. Otherwise not. Kirpa. That's why it's very important to do ardas beinti. ਜਦੋਂ our mind is wandering in here and there, in bad things, when we are getting all types of bad thoughts, and mind is wandering, ਮਨ ਜਦੋਂ ਭਟਕਦਾ ਤੇ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਕਰੋ ਉਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੇ. What is the ardas? Ardas is also written. ਕਿਹੜੀ ਅਰਦਾਸ, ਕਿਵੇਂ ਕਰਨੀ ਅਰਦਾਸ? ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਾਮ ਕਰੋ. ਆਓ ਜੀ ਸਾਰੇ ਪੜੀਏ. ਕਾਮ ਕਰੋ ਦੇ ਅਰ ਲੋਭ ਮੋਹ ਬਿਨਸ ਜਾਏ ਅਹਮੇਵ ਨਾਨਕ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਸ਼ਰਨਾਗਤੀ ਕਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਗੁਰਦੇਵ. What is calm? We just talked about krodh, lobh, moh. These are the problems. The lust, greed, anger, attachment, ego. These are the problems. These 5 thieves are the problem. A panch chor problem hai. If we can get rid of that, then Maharaj will do a kirpa. And how to get rid of that? By connecting, by killing these thoughts. ਇਹ ਫੁਰਨਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਖਤਮ ਕਰਨਾ ਪੈਣਾ. Through simran, through Gurmantar Jaap. Maharaj says, gaviye, suniye, man rakhiye paao. Chant from your tongue. Listen from your ears. If you want to kill your thoughts. From multiple thoughts, there will be only one thought left. And finally, from 1 to 0. Which is the one thought? Waheguru, 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 Waheguru. Then from 1 to 0. Then you will become Uttam. Then you will become great. Hukami Uttam Neech Hukam Likh Dukh Sukh Pai. Then you will not have a Dukh. Then you will have Sukh. You will receive happiness. There will be no pain left. If your physical body is not in pain, but if your mind is wandering in lust, greed, anger, attachment, your mind will be in pain. There will be no happiness. When we have desires of our mind all the time, mind is full of desires, mind is full of pain. But Maharaj says, who will receive this hukam? Eko naam, hukam hai, Nanak Satguru diya bajaye jiyo. The Satguru inside will give us that hukam, that naam. But who will understand? Who will receive this hukam? Kende jinu o bakshish de dega. ਜਿਹਦੇ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰ ਦੇਗਾ. The ones which will be forgiven. ਇੱਕ ਨਾ ਹੁਕਮੀ ਬਖਸ਼ੀਸ਼, ਇੱਕ ਹੁਕਮੀ ਸਦਾ ਪਵਾਈਏ. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਖਸ਼ੀਸ਼ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਏਗੀ. ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰੇ, we have to beg for naam, not for anything else. ਜਦੋਂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੇ ਦਰਬਾਰ ਦੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਆਨੇ ਆ, ਅਸੀਂ ਸਿਰਫ ਨਾਮ ਮੰਗਣਾ, ਹੁਕਮ ਮੰਗਣਾ. ਤੇਰਾ ਹੁਕਮ ਕੀ ਹੈ? ਹੁਕਮ ਰਜ਼ਾਈ ਚੱਲਣਾ ਤੇ ਹੁਕਮ ਨੂੰ ਮੰਨਣਾ. We have to ask for only hukam. And Gurbani says this, ਵਿਨ ਤੁਧ ਹੋਰ ਜੇ ਮੰਗਣਾ ਸਿਰ ਦੁੱਖਾਂ ਕੇ ਦੁੱਖ ਦੇ ਨਾਮ ਸੰਤੋਖੀਆ ਉਤਰੇ ਮਨ ਕੀ ਭੁੱਖ. If you want to be happy, if you want to be sukhi, the only thing you have to ask is his naam, his hukam, not anything else. Hunda ki hai, we have so much attachment with our kids. We have so much attachment for this worldly things. we start asking for those things. ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆ ਮਿਲ ਜੇ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆ ਮਿਲ ਜੇ. But no, Maharaj says ਸਿਰਫ ਤੇ ਸਿਰਫ ਕੀ ਮੰਗਣਾ ਹੈ? ਹੁਕਮ. Maharaj ਹੁਣ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਦੱਸੋ, tell me Maharaj, where is this ਹੁਕਮ? ਇਹ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਹੈ? Where is it? Where is this Naam? Where is this Hukam? ਤੇ Maharaj ਕਹਿੰਦੇ, and we talked about earlier also, ਹੁਕਮ ਹੈ ਅੰਦਰ ਸਭ ਕੋ, ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈ ਹੁਕਮ. ਹੋ that Hukam is in everybody. It's just that light, that electricity is in everybody. You know, when you have a bulb or a light and it is all pitch black, it is all pitch black. Somebody is painting it with the black paint. You can't see the light. The light will not be there. Light nazar hi nahi aani, roshni nazar hi nahi aani. When that darkness will be removed, when that dirt, filth of the light will be removed, you will start seeing it. It was there already. That's why Maharaj says, Janam hum kalak tove. When we came to this world, this birth which we got, our mind was pitch black. Kalak lagi onu, mail lagi hai. Kis cheez di mail? What kind of a filth? The filth of our thoughts, the filth of lust, the filth of greed, the filth of anger, the filth of attachment, the filth of ego. Till the time we will not remove this filth, we will not receive that Naam, we will not receive that Hukam. But it is there inside us. Hukme andar sab ko, bahar hukam na koi. There is nothing outside. That Hukam is inside. What does that mean? It's not outside. Isn't we just said that Waheguru Ji is everywhere and Waheguru Ji is the embodiment of Naam? Then how come Waheguru Ji is not everywhere? It is. Maharaj says you cannot get that going to any saint, going to any sages, going to any paisar, going to any pandit, going to any mullah, going to any gursikh. No. It will be given by Satguru who is inside you. Eko naam hukam hai, Nanak Satguru diya bujaye jiyo. Satguru Ji sitting inside you. The light of Waheguru Ji which is sitting inside you, he will show you the path. If somebody will understand, somebody will understand that Hukam, then what will happen? Nanak hukme je bujhe ta hume kahe na koi. If you will know this Hukam, if you will know this Hukam, you will not have an ego. You will not think you are separated. Waheguru to tusi vakhre nahi. Kaun? Maharaj is talking about this physical body or mind? Maharaj is talking about the mind. The separation of mind is because of our thoughts. Man kyun vichhde hai Malak to, Waheguru to? Why mind is separated? Padhde hain, kirt karam ke vichhde, kar kirpa melo ram. Why we are separated? Because of our ego, because of our thoughts. The Maharaj kende Nanak hukme je bujhe. If we'll understand the Hukam, then there will be no home left. There will be no ego left. But we have to connect with the Naam, Guru Pyareo. I missed few slides, but we will go next time when we'll go for a third body. Hun aao benti kariye Malak agge. Let's do the ardas benti. Maharaj, connect us with that Hukam. And Maharaj has given us the path. Kende gaviye, suniye, man rakhiye, pao. Chant from your tongue, listen from your ears. Gaviye, suniye, sarvani suniye, listen from your ears. Rasana gaiye, ਹਿਰਦੇ ਤੇ ਇਹ ਸੋਚ, have a love for Waheguru in your mind, listen to your own voice, ਆਪਣੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਆਪ ਸੁਣੋ ਤੇ ਜਪੋ। when we say ਵਾਹ, listen, when we say ਗੁਰੂ, listen। ਆਓ ਜੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰੀਏ। ਵਾਹ ਗੁਰੂ, 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 ਵਾਹ